Kombat 1 hype is coming around. It's almost here. The beta's there's just a few announcements. The Kombat Cast just happened again. There should be another one coming soon. Now, here's the thing that I really want to touch base on. We don't know indefinitely where exactly the story is going. In fact, it's actually rather interesting because now we have on our hands a reboot, maybe some continuation from MK11, and then you also have a lot of 3D era characters coming back, including I think a final cameo leak. I don't know who's gonna come around. So what we do know for a fact based on articles, leaks, and everything, and just putting some research together, is that Sub-Zero and Scorpion are brothers, Melina's has the disease, and Raiden's now a champion of Earthrealm. A new status quo is in place, but it doesn't really stop with all the revisiting stories of MK's one, going back all the way through the classics, you know what I mean? That kind of brings in the cameo segment as to what's going on. And it just talks about, I know we also have the return of Reptile, so we're also excited to really see what's going down with that. And then you have the Garrus Liu Kang thing, which I believe should be a massive plot enhancement, right? Whatever they're doing together, Garrus and Liu Kang, I think that they're the ones that are going to be able to really advance this full story, just because when you have these two obviously messing with time. This goes back into everything today in Hollywood, right? When you think about Hollywood, everybody's tapping into these multiverses now. I feel it's not lazy writing, but it's an easier way to escape a quote-unquote sequel that's supposed to be done. I guess if you're talking lore, I mean, there's a lot of MK1 people, or there's a lot of Mortal Kombat people in general that want real lore, which is why it's fitting right now that everybody's kind of getting their own taste of what they really enjoy about Mortal Kombat. You got the classic appeals, the copy and paste type characters, which are the Lin Kuei, all the ninjas. Then you also have your 3D era characters back, obviously on top of not Jade not being here yet. Some people are still mad at that, but for the most part, you got a deep roster, pretty good story going on. Full on continuation is what I think it's broken up to thirds, maybe full continuation or somewhat of a continuation. Then you got the 3D era, and then you got just an overall reboot, and they're just kind of shaking it up right now, and which is why people are wondering, why does Raiden look like the way he looks? You know, he's younger, and it just says right here that he actually just won champion Earthrealm. We don't know where that goes with Kung Lao and all that stuff too. With Kung Lao and everything, we don't know what exactly they're gonna be tapping into also. So there's just a lot of interesting things, and also a lot of people are wondering what happened with Johnny Cage, right? So in this timeline, it could be just a little bit of a jump to the past / weird sequel, kind of how they did it with MK11, where they met their past selves, but they just kind of rebooted that and refreshed that also. So there's a lot of hot takes in here as to what is actually going on. And you got Baraka really back in some, when you're bringing Baraka to a high tier, it's a reboot, because Baraka's only been high tier enemy only in the real classic games. Just that's the reason why. Other than that, he's usually a jobber. And then you bring Reptile to a higher profile also. So you're having these two characters that are usually just jobbers are now at higher tiers. And I really enjoy that, man. I think that that's going to be super dope, because that is somewhat of the classic aspect. So it could be a simple just jump to the past, but you're bringing along some of the MK11 aspects with you, to where they meet the 3D era characters, to where they meet all these younger selves. But they kind of already did that, and Johnny Cage obviously just looks different from head to toe, including his movesets. So it could be an earlier version of him, the way he was in the Mortal Kombat 90s movie, where he has that type of shadow kick, but not as much as all that green aura that everybody really wants. It's so much good stuff in here, and I feel it's still great. The dashes, I know I did see a lot of the Johnny Cage gameplay. A lot of people were complaining that it's almost impossible to zone him. He has a lot of he can do the splits, he can just do all this stuff. His dashes are really quick. They said Li Mei is actually really good also. 3D era on top of a Johnny Cage type of push. We don't know. We gotta see what they're really doing, what they're really planning and partaking in moving forward. I definitely know, I think a lot of people should know that the Liu Kang and Garrus thing should be a huge, possibly if not the actual story as to what is going on. Maybe something else larger is coming around, with General Shao and everybody, and Baraka and Reiko. Maybe there's a duo of Reiko and General Shao, and maybe Liu Kang and Garrus gotta do something about that. And maybe they had to become allies for that. And then the whole Scorpion Sub-Zero being brothers and everything. everything. Of course, maybe something else happened. I don't think a lot of cameos really get placed in the actual game. I'm just trying to look at it as more of a primary character. But yeah, it's gonna be fun, and I'm excited. And we only could find out on early access, of course. Y'all gotta let me know y'all's takes on this. I think it's very interesting. In my opinion, it's into 3 pieces of a pie thirds. I'm thinking it's a full reboot, obviously. Then I think it's a little bit of a continuation of 11, and then it's a little bit of just like jumping to the type of paths to get those 3D era characters really going. We gotta check it out. We gotta check it out, man. Y'all let me know what's up, man. Drop a hot take or drop who you're excited for, or what the hell are they doing with Jade? Are they bringing her on board? Just let me know what's up, man. I appreciate y'all. Peace.